Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
This is it. We made it. This is the final round of March Madness.
Yay.
Can you believe it, Emily and David?
I cannot.
No, I can't actually. I don't think it's real. I'm not ready for March to be over. Crosses arms over chest,
No,
sits down
it's
on ground, poops in
done.
diaper.
It's done. So we have a lot to go through. We have, well, I mean, I said final round, but we're going to get to the ultimate would you rather question of all time, but we have to narrow it down. So we have a few other questions we have to answer first. Honestly, I think we just have to get right into it.
I'm a little scared of the idea of us taking any time to not get right into it, because this is a juicy burger that we need to get to the middle of?
Okay.
Is that the point of eating a burger? I've never understood.
I think you thinking of a metaphor for what we're doing is taking up time for doing it. So
you're right.
I think we just need to get into it.
I need to do a 1 to 2 minute apology for taking up that time. I'm really sorry.
Okay, now that David's done eating that burger, we're gonna go. Okay, where this is gonna be, I never actually made a bracket, a real bracket for this. I have one that I'm planning with, but I distributed it with Google Forms so I could get listener submissions. Thank you to all of you who have submitted. If you're just listening and you're like, what are you even talking about? I've never heard of Facebook. Well, then you have a good life. So that's fine. But here's the first question. On the left bracket, we have a couple questions to answer. First question has narrowed it down to, would you rather live in a Roald Dahl book or have someone burp directly into your ear?
I do appreciate how the lifelong punishment ones have been put up against ones that are event that really isn't even that bad. So it depends. I think this one really depends on whether or not you think living in a Roald Dahl book would be cool.
Okay.
Like, that's what it comes down to. Because someone burping right in your ear, that's like over so fast and it barely matters.
I just want to remind you, David, that you argued that would be like a horrible thing.
I just think, no, I did not argue that it would be horrible. I said it would not be as funny as somebody farting directly in your face, which is a good time.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking.
And we don't need to dredge that back.
Here's what I'm thinking. I would like, for this question, hypothetically, I want all of us to pick what Roald Dahl book would it be if we chose that one, and who would be the person that's burping directly into your ear if you chose that one.
That's good.
I want you to all think about that. You can choose any book and any person to burp directly into your ear.
I know it already. It's James and the Giant Peach, and it's the Centipede from James and the Giant Peach. I want him to burp in my face.
Okay.
So
Mine
you could
is
have two.
I think I picked both, actually. I want both to this.
I want Fantastic Mr. Fox and Beyonce.
Always Beyonce. Wait, is Beyonce the Roald Dahl book? Or did you want...
Yeah, he predicted her.
Fantastic Mr. Fox burps in your ear and Beyonce's the Roald Dahl book.
Yep.
I would like to live in Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator because we often forget about that
rules.
Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about that pretty wild magical elevator.
The whole book, I think, takes place on the elevator, so it probably wouldn't be a great place to live, but whatever, I've said it and it's going to happen.
You said it.
If that's the one I choose. As far as the person that would burp directly into my ear,
you can pick the Centipede from James and the Giant Peach too.
I'm going to pick Hitler. and then I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him right when he burps.
Wow.
So I'll get
what
to
a loophole,
take out Hitler.
Mike.
Yeah, I really.
Nice.
When people are burping, they are famously incapable of defending themselves. So you got his weak spot.
His open mouth.
Everybody's always talking about taking out Hitler, and that would be my chance. When he's burping
Absolutely.
in my ear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now that we've figured that out, we have to choose. Is everyone ready to choose?
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna count down, but we're just gonna say it. So you're either gonna say book or burp.
Yep.
Okay.
Book or burp.
All right.
From now on, they have to start with the same letter.
Oh, God. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Book.
Burp.
Book. Yeah, nothing to lose.
Team Nothing to Lose
Team
wins
nothing
again.
to lose, baby. Let's go.
You guys.
I want to go.
All right.
It just sounds so fun.
I mean,
this world is
Fantastic
so not
Mr. Fox
a big
would be
peach.
really fun for me to live in, so I guess I'll be happy.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Well, that's where
I
we're
would
going.
argue that the Fantastic Mr. Fox is pretty much our world.
Yeah.
There's some magic there, but there are people with supermarkets and donut factories and stuff. Like, you could just be a regular person in the world.
I mean, I
of
want to be a
Fantastic
fox
Mr.
if I'm going to be in that
Fox.
world, but sure.
And you could be if you want.
Okay.
That's exciting.
All right.
I'm
All
glad
right.
for
All
you.
right. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Next question has for us, would you rather be stuck in the Fifth Element universe or be granted a crystal clear and accurate vision of a random event 10 years in the past? Which one of those?
Okay.
Now, Emily, I know we said you should watch The Fifth Element before this
The whole
recording.
thing.
I'm assuming you did?
Yeah, watched it, director's cut, read some critiques.
Oh,
Okay, so-
I just turned on your camera. Actually, I had my cameras turned off. And yeah, it looks like you're dressed in cosplay as well. Do you want to tell us which character you're dressed up as?
Okay,
No,
so
it's a secret.
here's what,
Oh, okay.
Emily, I'm going to present my,
Sixth Element.
we're on our meet here. I'm going to present my screen. Since you just watched it, I'm assuming this is all fresh in your mind.
Yeah,
I'm going to
super
show you the poster to The Fifth Element. And I want, just to jog your memory, I want you to tell me what was happening in The Fifth Element. Can you see the poster here?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
blue lady with the pigtails.
Yep,
She
tell me about
is
her.
in a singing competition, and this is from like the moment of the final like big ballad that she sings. Guy behind her with the really intense lapels on his jacket. He was like her big competitor.
And what's his name? Could you say their names?
Yes, her name is Lapis Lazuli.
Okay.
And his name is Tiger's Eye.
Yes.
And
So true. We're laughing because it's true, not because it's funny.
yeah,
it's
it's
very
so
real.
true. It's hilarious. It's so true. And yeah, the people behind them are like the secondary characters, redhead and
So Bruce Willis, Mia Jovovich, and Gary Oldman are the secondary characters in The Fifth Element?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are the
like
background,
the the wacky friends.
like the gargoyles from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yep, pretty much.
So you remember it? So you remember from your recent viewing of it that it is basically a music competition.
Yeah.
And then there's just a lot of people watching that have different hairstyles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why-
That's pretty true.
And can you explain the flying cop cars there on the poster?
Well, the final episode of the singing competition, there's some shenanigans and like the stage is rigged with all these booby traps, and so they have to call the police.
Great.
Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That is the plot of The Fifth Element.
For the purposes of this question, then, since Mike and I are obviously experts on The Fifth Element as well, let's use Emily's explanation for whether or not we would like to be stuck in that universe. Because that was pretty spot on. I think better than I would have done if somebody asked me to summarize.
Well,
So
it tempts me, but it doesn't change my answer.
Okay, so that's again, choices are stuck in the Fifth Element universe, recently described by Emily, or you get the accurate vision of a random event 10 years in the past.
Crystal clear.
Can you tell me, how are you envisioning this vision? Is it showing up just in your mind, or does it show up on like a TV screen in front of you?
I think it's like your mind's eye, like you close your eyes and it plays like a little movie.
Like a little movie?
But it's like you're experiencing it. Like, it's
yeah,
like you're there. It's not like a dream or it's not hazy. It's like ba-bam. It's maybe surreal in the way that dreams can be, that they do feel like experiences. If this is a crystal clear and accurate vision, that might be kind of spooky.
Well, honestly, I think I kind of know what I'm going to choose here. Do we want to talk any further about it?
I don't think so. What words are we going to say though?
We're going to
what
say,
words?
sorry, David, we're not going to use the same. We're going to say Fifth Element or Vision.
Okay.
I don't know how we can make those be the same first. You could say if you want to be happy, you could say Fifth Element.
Yeah, I will.
Fifth Element.
No, just V for 5.
Sure. Okay, so Fifth Element or Vision. 3, 2, 1.
Vision.
Yeah.
We all voted for Vision.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because none of us feel like we could take the pressure of a interdimensional singing competition.
It's a lot. Moving on to the right bracket, we have 2 finalist questions. This one is, would you rather never have your favorite sweet again or be a monster?
I love it. Okay, so we've reached one that, in my experience of this question, is a positive thing and a negative thing. But it doesn't have to be. Some people don't like monsters, and that's okay.
I mean, I feel like you brought me around on the monster thing last round.
Yeah,
and
right? It's pretty good.
monsters can eat pretty much whatever they want, which is like my dream.
There's no rules. Nobody tells a monster what to do.
What do you think your monster self would be like?
Pretty strong.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
I feel like
Those
I
are
would be
great
like
descriptive
very
words.
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, pretty strong.
Like
pretty cool.
you'd have a big pit that you threw people into for your entertainment.
No, I mainly just mean in terms of like activity level.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be that lazy. I would be like, I feel like I would be like a night monster. Like I would live in the woods or like something like that. And I would come out at night and like break into places and eat ice cream and scare people.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
I think I
Woods
said
cryptid.
I would be like Harry from Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. Classic.
And
Bigfoot.
that's similar to that, Emily. I think you're lovable. People fear you initially, but really you just want to understand and be understood
And eat food.
and eat ice cream from people's freezers.
Yep. Yeah, because if you choose the monster in this particular configuration, you are saying, no, I want to have my favorite
Yeah, I think
sweet.
that's why I'm so focused on how I would eat ice cream as a monster, because what I'm saying is that's the one where I get to eat ice cream.
So you'd
Yeah,
be like,
exactly. That's the timeline. That's a good.
people
one.
be like, why did you become a monster? And you're like, because I wanted to eat
Right.
ice
Let
cream.
me tell you a
That's why ice
tale
cream's
of
so
the
bad.
Would You Rather Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm like pretty easily locked into this one, and I think the sweet one I just chose because it made my life less scary last time. But now this time, like, I want to be a monster. Like,
Yeah.
I can't say no to that.
Let's say what we're going to do.
You're going to say sweet or monster.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Monster.
Yes.
Be
Let's
a
go.
monster.
Let's
do you
all
guys
be
want to be?
one.
Do you want to be monsters with me?
Yeah. Yeah, let's be a team.
Yay.
Separate monsters, but together.
Right.
We could be a Hydra. That'd be kind
No,
of fun.
I don't know.
We could call our team Monsters Inc. or Real Monsters. Such a good show.
Or we could have a monsters ball.
Ooh.
You know what's great is I think we need more shows that start with kind of
Yeah.
exclamations.
Yeah, me too.
Oh shit! Monsters.
It lets you know how to feel
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the show.
Great. It's peanuts.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Last one of this sequence, and then we're going to narrow it down even further. Would you rather every 9th time you go to the bathroom, it's in a porta potty, or gain magical powers through random happenstance, so you're never quite sure what will happen when?
Wow. I mean, I think this side of the bracket is really turning into good thing versus bad
Yeah.
thing. Well, good thing versus less. Bad
mean,
thing versus less bad.
I'm
thing.
just going to say
Neither of these is good.
I didn't love how vehemently I had to defend porta potties in the last episode. Like, I had to get really
Yeah.
intense about it, and I don't appreciate that that's where it took me. I feel regret and shame. And so I'm really
they
excited
were
to
up
redeem
against
myself
a
right
human
now.
hand, right?
I understand
fair.
why I did what I did, but it wasn't a moment that I would like people to remember me as. So right now, I'm
So
just
what do
going to
you,
go on the
like-
record
yeah.
and say that porta potties are nasty, stinky poop boxes, and I wish I never had to go in one again.
Wow.
I think that's probably how most people feel about them. Like, if there is somebody out there that's like, I prefer a porta potty, I really want to hear from you.
I mean, I prefer.
I don't think anyone likes them.
I like
think
them.
we use them out of obligation.
Porta potty lovers, tweet at us.
Yeah.
I like them
BBLs.
when there is no other option. If it's the bush,
Yeah, exactly.
or if it's
Sure.
a porta potty, then I'll go for the porta potty.
Yeah,
That's legit.
and I'll eat a leaf if I'm gonna die, but I'd rather eat a cake. you
Right,
know.
right.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll eat
So
a porta potty.
magical powers, like we've agreed that yes, that could be a bit chaotic. It could be a little embarrassing or like unpredictable, but ultimately could be awesome.
You do have magic powers, but you're not ever sure what's gonna happen.
Right.
It's a gamble. You know what? I will say that for this question, it's a little more balanced than I thought because that one is a big gamble, and the porta potty one, I know what's gonna happen. I know how it's gonna go. I do know that going into a porta potty, doing my dark business, and exiting that porta potty has almost always ended in about the same way. It's uncomfortable, but I know it.
Yeah,
It's
but
the devil I know.
there are varied degrees of surprises
That's true.
you might find upon opening that door.
Very true. Very
And
true.
I've found them, and I don't want to do it again.
But none of them are, I accidentally killed my family.
It's
None of them
not
are that.
gonna be
None of them are
that.
that. I don't
What
know.
are
It
the
doesn't say
chances?
so.
No,
What if it was suddenly like everything you touched turned into a frog, you know? And
that'd
you
be
were and you were
terrible.
holding your
Is
baby.
that really considered magical powers? That sounds like a curse.
That sounds pretty magical.
Curses can-
this kind of sounds like a
curses-
curse.
I feel
Curses
like
can be magical.
powers insinuates like something useful, something that is powerful,
Okay.
not just like a prank.
Well, is Jafar powerful? Is Ursula powerful?
Yes.
They're magic. They're
Yeah, but
powerful.
those are things that they want to do.
That's true. Okay, we just got to call it though
Yeah, we do.
because
We do.
I think
Okay.
we can
Either
get
way,
into it.
that one is a die roll.
Bathroom or no, we'll say to make David happy, porta potty or powers.
Thank you so much.
Okay, porta potty or powers. 3, 2, 1. Powers.
Powers. God damn it, David.
I can't believe I voted for porta potty,
You
but I did.
you son of
I
a
sure
gun.
did.
Didn't you also vote for porta potty in the last presidential election too?
I did. Yeah, I wrote him in. I thought he had some really good ideas.
That makes sense. That's not
Yeah.
a throwaway vote.
No, I just want the bathroom lobby to gain more power for the next election.
Gotta start locally then, David. Vote for those
That's a good point,
local porta potties. Okay, Mike.
Okay.
Does that mean we have our final 2 questions?
We have 2 questions, which then will become the ultimate would you rather
my
question. So
Which we won't answer. We'll just
No,
throw
we-
in the garbage.
yeah, right.
Wait, what if we don't? What if we just leave it up to the world? We put it out there and we say, hey,
I will
this
not be
one's
able
for
to
you.
sleep tonight if we don't solve this.
This one's for you, everyone. It's not for us.
Okay. The antepenultimate would you rather question
Oh
is
my God, get that out of here.
would you rather live in a rolled doll book, or be?
Road doll.
Oh, sorry, it's road doll. I don't even know who that is. It's
Road doll.
road doll,
That's just butter on the street, baby.
or be granted a crystal clear and accurate vision of a random event 10 years in the past.
I know you guys like escaping into this weird ass world,
Yeah,
but
yeah, we do.
it would be very disruptive to my life.
Yeah, it really
Also,
would.
what if
so
the-
convince us, Emily.
What if?
Convince us not
Okay.
to.
Oh man, I don't have a lot of good. I was gonna say like the vision could be something really cool, but it's random.
Could be cool.
So it could also be like some dude using a porta potty.
Well, no. To be fair, 2 episodes ago or so, we agreed that it is an event. Like,
Oh, right.
and therefore isn't just something mundane.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
like
It's
a
not mundane,
thing.
but it
might
is
be- It might not
random.
be like wildly cool
Sure.
or important, but it's going to be something. It's not just going to be like
Okay.
someone sleeping for 8
Okay,
hours.
so here's the legit thing then. I feel like if you experience this vision and it really feels like you're there and you are able to absorb all the detail, it will be a potentially life-changing experience that will give you perspective that you don't currently have.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Give you perspective on the world and how vast it is, and I think that it would be cool.
I think we're really adding a lot on to what this vision shows us.
I just don't want to live in a freaking Roald Dahl book, but whatever. Let's just vote.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna have
But
we're
whatever,
gonna have a
let's
lot of
just
good time
vote.
for the ultimate. Would you rather? So let's go quickly on these. So you're gonna have to say book or vision. 3, 2, 1.
Vision. Yes.
Mike, you scared? Are you scared?
Thank you,
No, I'm not.
Mike.
You don't want to come?
I'm not scared. Honestly, at this point, I just kind of want to like. You guys are promising me a lot with this vision, and so I just kind of want to know like what's that gonna be like? Like,
I just feel like we've like tapped the Roald doll for all we can.
also, I think I
So
made.
is this just voter fatigue?
I think I
like we voted for it too many times and then
Kinda.
we decided it wasn't
I
good enough?
think I screwed up by picking the Great Glass Elevator, and I didn't want to be stuck in that for my whole life.
You had buyer's remorse.
I
That's
did.
what it was.
And I was like,
okay,
wait.
I see. See,
I got
now I'm
locked
mad
in.
because I don't get to enjoy my peach, which I don't regret.
Maybe
at all.
you'll see a vision of a peach, David.
Man, that would be great. What I'll probably have a vision of is me experiencing James and the Giant Peach on VHS for the first time and loving it. And then I'll just be even more mad that I didn't get to pick that one.
It's tragic.
Okay, our next finalist question is: Would
This
you
is the good
rather?
stuff right here.
Would you rather be a monster or gain magical powers through random happenstance?
I like this one a lot.
Shoot, this
I feel
becomes
like
hard
this
for
is
me.
really juicy. Yeah. I like how this
Because
one
like if I'm
went.
being honest, I don't actually want to become a monster because I like what I can do with my human form. Like do a lot of things without people screaming and running away.
Fair.
So that's kind of where I'm leaning, is not being a monster.
Do you think though that there's a chance that, like, again, it's a risk to choose the magical powers because that may cause people to scream and run away?
That's true.
Here's the thing. I think there's some ambiguity around these magical powers, and we have to
Yeah,
define
and the
it.
monster.
Well, the monster is you just become the monster that we already defined, and then you live life as that monster. Magic. It says specifically what it says is gain magical powers through random happenstance, so you're never quite sure what will happen when. So you're gaining them through random happenstance, but you're
Sure.
also not sure what will happen with the powers. And it seems like
Very
they also not only was the cause random, but the powers themselves randomly occur, and you're not sure what will happen. So, like, you randomly ran over a wizard with your car, and then you got his powers when he died, like in the sand.
Let's not pretend that was
Or
random.
like,
you targeted
I
that.
was thinking about it like all those
Okay.
movies where it's like two sisters wished upon a star at the exact same moment, and that means that it came true. Or like Freaky Friday, you know, like
Or 13 going on 30.
yes, where it's just like because of this weird random thing, suddenly that means magic, so that a movie can happen.
Yeah.
You could be a protagonist in a movie. That's a plus.
Yeah. What if suddenly you just swapped bodies with someone?
Yeah, that'd be a magical power.
It seems to me like you have
Scary.
multiple magical powers. So I think they just kind of show up and you discover what they are. So
so scary.
like maybe one is body
Could be fun.
swapping, and then once you figure it out how it works, like you could control it better. But like we said, like if suddenly like everything you touched turns into a frog, like you'd want to be really careful what you touched.
I maintain that magical powers means at least that it's somewhat desirable to you.
Somewhat, yeah. But could be misused, you know. Yeah. A giant chainsaw is really desirable in the right context.
It's true.
But
It's
could
true.
be terrifying.
Some
if my hands
shenanigans
turned
may
into them.
occur. I think we should vote.
I'm going to vote by random happenstance.
I do want to say, just in case it gets eliminated and we don't talk about it again, I think instead of a movie, the show upon which Emily is featured in this gain magical powers through random happenstance, not sure what's going to happen when, is kind of like Quantum Leap, except with a different power every episode. So like everyone is just like, it starts with you, like something weird happens and you're like, oh shit, what do I do? And then the episode is you figuring out what to do with it, how to use it. And then it ends, and then
That's
you're given another power the next day.
so
It's kind of like a Destiny
fun
thing.
sounding.
That could be pretty cool.
Okay, Netflix, give me a call.
Okay, Netflix. All right, monster or magic. 3, 2, 1. Magic.
Sorry, David.
David.
I'm gonna go be a monster on a peach. I'll see y'all later.
I will say that like it's very possible that one of these powers will grant you the ability to become a monster in some
That's what I'm betting on. I'm just gonna keep hitting the refresh button on these powers until I get the monster one, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm good.
So so we have one question left. whatever
the
wins,
ultimate.
should we get the answer on a t-shirt and we all have to wear it?
Just the answer.
The answer
the
by
answer.
itself. The answer by itself wouldn't even make sense.
That's
Well,
the best part.
then we'd have to explain why it's the best thing to choose ever.
It's the best thing that you could have.
Okay, the ultimate would you rather question.
Wow.
We have finally found it. After all of these years, all the many miles we've trekked, this is it.
As we go on, we'll remember.
I'm graduating college. It's the year 2000.
I choose the sunscreen
Wait,
song
high school,
instead of the
high
vitamin
school.
C one.
That's a high school graduation song.
Yeah, please.
Okay, Mike, hit us.
Would you rather be granted a crystal clear and accurate vision of a random event 10 years in the past, or
Pretty cool.
gain magical powers through random happenstance so you're never quite sure what will happen when? These are also both
Pretty cool.
submitted by John Bliss.
Hey, he did it. I didn't know you put him on both sides
I did.
of the
Well,
bracket.
he submitted about more than anyone else by an exponential
that's
amount, and there were some really solid ones. So I threw him in on both sides. There were actually other people that were on there both sides too, but
I think what this means is that more importantly than this being the ultimate would you rather is John Bliss is the ultimate person.
The ultimate guy. So we should
He's
just
the
put
ultimate
him on a
dude.
t-shirt
Honestly, I would
and
wear
have
that.
it say, "Would you rather king?"
King. Good.
That's
He rules.
just one of the many prizes we'll be giving out as a result of this.
Shirts with John Bliss on 'em.
No. John Bliss, that's his prize as he gets
Oh,
that.
okay. I see. Yes.
And then other people have been submitting guesses. If you've listened to the podcast to this point, you don't get to guess anymore because that's cheating. But
you dirty dog.
we do appreciate people that have submitted questions, people that have submitted guesses, and just overall, all you hypothetical fans out there, we love you very much. And now we're going to solve the ultimate would you rather question, because that's what we do. We solve these things.
We solve them.
We answer them forever.
I'm gonna say my perspective on this final question is that we shouldn't answer it. My perspective on this question is that we should just say, "We got this for you. We've been given a gift by ourselves, and we're going to give it back to the world."
Here's what I think. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to discuss it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Say the things that need to be said, and I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and then whoever feels like sharing can. If you feel like keeping it in your private secret heart and not saying, and then if we all do the same thing, then that's good, and if we don't, then that's bad.
Then that's bad. And so the real question is, are we going to get the good ending or the bad ending?
Exactly. First of all, I do want to say this. Okay, the vision of the past is a random event. I want to ask you. I want to ask you too this question. It's random, but if you could choose, what are you hoping to see? What would you hope to see from 10 years ago?
From 2011.
Yeah, the date we're recording this is March 24th, 2021. So March 24th, 2011, what would you want to see? I'm just really curious. What would you want to see?
I'm Googling it. I'm going to find out.
I mean, you can look, every day is listed on Wikipedia, so I'm looking it up.
I know. Some earthquakes.
Oh, this is nice. The first battery swapping station in Israel for electric cars is inaugurated.
Oh, that would be so cool to witness. Wow, I want to be there.
I would want to see something in America that, like an event or an exchange or something that happened in America on that day that could give some insight into where we are now. I think most people would agree that we are currently in a very notable time, a time that will be discussed a lot in the future. And
Yeah.
Don't you think you're going to see something bad?
maybe, but I
Yeah, but that might be
what
good
I want
or
is
useful.
insight. So like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I can see something that explains something that I don't currently understand, I'm not saying I could like fix everything, but I think that is important. I think one of the things that's notable about where we are right now is how like we're all kind of in our own bubble a bit. And I think seeing into experiences that we don't currently have an understanding of could help us continue in this world without wanting to give up. Maybe not.
It's possible.
I noticed that the #1 movie at the box office on March 24th, 2011 was the movie Limitless, starring Bradley Cooper, where he takes a bunch of drugs so he has limitless powers.
10% of our brain.
He finally uses all of his brain. I guess I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I guess I just watched that. Is that okay?
Is that an event? The premiere of Limitless? Yeah, that is okay. And I think that's important. I think that's a really good idea. I wanna say I found the thing that I want to be there for. On March 24th, 2011, the United States Census Bureau confirms that New York City is the largest city in the U.S., with 8,175,133 residents at the time of the 2010 U.S. Census. I want to be there when someone goes, "Yep, biggest one."
Okay, great.
That's what I want to see.
I think what I'm learning.
I want to see
what
it,
I'm
baby.
learning is like. I think it would just have to be random.
I think it could be cool to see like somebody propose to somebody else, or like somebody get a job and they're like really excited, or somebody like finally, maybe somebody came back from the dead that day and we never wrote it down, but maybe that'd be cool, right?
Just like, I don't know. I'm kind of into like beautiful slice of life. Like,
yeah, that's kind of cool.
Something that would either open my eyes to something new or make me happy.
Also,
happiness.
I feel like
so nice.
Okay, moving on. We're gonna go to the magical powers are also random. What would be a magical power that you want to have?
Oh, like what I'm hoping for? Yeah. I mean, I think we already know mine. I want to be a big giant peach.
You just want to like turn into a peach?
I want to
and
be
have
the guy.
bugs live inside of you?
Dude, hell yeah. Honestly, if you said, "Hey David, I'm going to replace your blood with bugs," I would present to you my body and say, "Do what thou needs to do."
David, are you going to
Give
be
me bug blood?
Will you be a peach-sized man or a man-sized peach?
Would I rather fight a man-sized peach or 10 peach-sized?
No, but are you a normal-sized peach that is David, or are you a giant peach like the size of a person?
A peach the size of David is still, I think, considered giant.
That's a pretty big peach.
No. I mean a regular-sized peach that has your face on it, or
has my face,
or a giant peach.
Okay, yeah.
Like how
so, like
big?
a regular-sized peach that has my face, like the baby from Teletubbies.
Teletubbies, yeah.
Or it's a big peach that's like my whole body. Maybe, I don't know.
You have to pick.
Either way, I think what's important is that
you're juicy.
The book changes a lot if you change the title to James and the regular-sized peach, David. I think that really does flip a lot of what's going on in that book.
So you want, because before the question was, did you want to live in a Roald Dahl book? Now what you're saying
I
is
want to be a peach.
You want to be not a peach, but the peach from that book.
Yeah, dog.
Okay,
yeah.
My magical power would either be spontaneously making real world situations turn into scenes from a musical, like make it musical, like make the song play and everybody knows the lyrics and the choreography, or the power to make people shut up whenever I want.
Whoa.
Wow.
And
does that have anything to do with the fact that I just talked about becoming a peach? Yes or no?
No comment. No, David, I love when you talk about peaches. You know that.
I love it.
It's true.
I love it when
we
you
have a long history of you saying that you like it when I talk about peaches.
And when you sing that song about peaches, that's so nice.
Oh yeah, I won't sing it now, but it's for private time.
Okay. I think I would want to be able to have a magic wand to shoot sparkly magic out of, and I'd like to be able to float but not fly specifically, to float.
Nice. Imposing limitations. That's always the coolest way.
Floating is just more casual than flying.
Yeah, it can be a little more innocuous, less
cooler.
attention getting.
Yeah, like I can just like pop a squat on the air. If there's not a chair around, I can just float on the air. Nice.
I now like the idea of that show that I mentioned starring Emily, but like she discovers that her power is that she can pop a squat on the air and that's the whole episode. It's like, oh cool, I can sit wherever I want now.
I think it's time.
I think it's time too.
Remember, here's the stipulation. No one needs share their truth. You may keep it in your private secret heart, or you can share it with the world and we can see if we're all of an accord. I'm going to give us all the choice, but I am going to count down and I'm going to do it right now. If you want to share it, you should say vision or powers. Vision or powers. Okay,
I'm nervous.
Choose it.
I know, me too.
3, 2, 1. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening to the Hypotheticast.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't tell you this before, but that means it's going to come true because we all didn't say it's going to come true tonight. So I hope.
Mike, are you the Would You Rather witch?
Surprise! It's been me all along.
No, he's unzipping. There's a witch's hat under there and a lot of prosthetics.
David,
big old
I don't
nose.
think he's unzipping is something that you should exclaim.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot which podcast I was on. I'm so used to just kind of projecting things like he's unzipping and a nipple.
That's the closed captioning that you do. Yeah.
Totally. Exactly.
Okay, great.
I have another podcast, and it's a podcast, not a YouTube series, where I just watch people striptease and I react to it, but it's just audio.
It's so
and
fun.
I think a lot of people really like it. It's kind of surprising. I got a lot of endorsement.
Have you ever seen the list of songs that are like incredibly difficult to striptease to? It's like You Are My Sunshine and like
Oh no! Yeah, basically just any kid's song is like that's
well,
cheating.
You Are My Sunshine isn't even really a kid's song. It's just
That's
kind
true,
of
it's
a
not.
melancholy, happy
It's
song.
on a lot of kid songs are sad. I've been listening to a lot of kids Spotify with Edie, and You Are My Sunshine is on it. And you're right, it is dark.
Yeah, please don't take my sunshine away.
Yeah, it's a plea.
Well, thank you so much to all of you who have been listening from the very beginning of this entire month. Or maybe the beginning of this podcast. I don't know you. I don't know your life. But this was fun. We thought we would try it as an experiment. And lo and behold, we found the ultimate Would You Rather, and it's coming true.
We did it.
So cool. Bring it to your next sleepover.
And make sure that if you share your answer, it will not come true. So the powers only work if you keep it secret.
Yeah. Okay. So here's our experiment. Most shows usually say like, hey, so let us know in the comments or like tweet at us. This is us explicitly telling you, if you dare to tweet at us or comment or send us a Facebook message, that's a bad idea. Do not engage with nothing. Don't message us.
What if we do no questions asked and it's just that question?
I love that. And then we don't say anything again.
I have the no questions asked.
Okay, great.
So anything that you wanted to mention before we end our episode?
I would like to very quick plug on April 16th. That's a Friday. My musical partner, Leslie Vincent, and I, we are the Champagne Drops. We are having a virtual release party for our album that is coming out that day. It will be streaming live on Facebook at 7:30. If you follow us on Facebook, the Champagne Drops, you can find out more information. It would be wonderful to see you. It's going to be real laid back and fun.
Do it.
I love that. I'm going to try to see that.
Cool.
We'll see what happens.
Cool. I actually went back to the very first round of Would You Rathers, and I put together two that didn't make it past the first round.
Good.
So we're going to go with this question, and remember, we're just going to answer. We're not going to discuss it. Would you rather have someone fart directly in front of your nose or be a god? All right? Fart or god? 3, 2, 1.
God.
Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye.
I'm marching, cause I'm gonna
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
Warm up.
Warm up.
Oh, is it the one where we all chant warm up?
Honestly, I hate improv warm-ups.
Ugh.